Make sure I got everything off. Hey guys, don't mind me. I'm returning because I wanted to give you guys one more video. Might have two or three more, but I wanted to let you guys know where I was. Okay, so yes, the title says everything. It I don't need to um, rethink anything. I don't need to double check anything because let's just be honest, let's all admit it. Dating leads to, and the reason why I want to say that is because there's a reason why you took the initiative to even have a moment where it's just you two. Okay. Nobody dates anybody unless they lust over them. Either one person is lusting over the other. 9 times out of 10, it's usually that way. 7 times out of 10, it's both parties. You don't really get too many people who prefer not to be with someone in that type of way, intimacy way. They don't really want to date because they know what is expected pretty much after that. And I just wanted to stress, but not stress, and let some of you all know that that is not something that I want to waste my time on. Okay? I would not waste my time on dating somebody because I'm 27. I have never ever dated. I won't date because why? Why would you waste your time in dating and talk about your life goals and spill all of your important information or some things that may not be that important, but now they can read you a little bit more further? You're not going to spend the whole entire date lying. And if you do, you're quickly going to get the three-letter word out of that person because they're going to be less interested in wanting the other side of you. That's why I do not hesitate in even trying to do a chat line or anything like that or a dating app. Those are so old school. Nobody does those anymore. But I can tell you right now that I will not play around with someone and say that I'm into them and then try to meet them in person because the worst thing you can ever do is meet someone in person that who that has promised that you had promised or you had made some type of connection with that you were going to um, do A, B, and C, and D, or you made some appointed times that you were going to be open for them. You've already opened up yourself by having an engaged conversation with someone. Um, but why is that outside person so important that you guys need to date? The part that person was so important was not the dating. The part that person was so important is because of the three-letter word. You're going to get that out of them. And that's not necessarily something I want to waste my time on. You might have some fun going out to eat, or if anybody even still go out to eat with their date anymore, I think they just boom, just do the thing and then just go on. Or the date is them meeting up to do something. That is the date. Because to me, um, when people want one thing, they don't really go out to eat and do all that shopping stuff. I think the shopping and taking people out, like doing the whole Luther Vandross thing, I think that's pretty much outdated. But it is still nice, and I do like the taking someone out and enjoying yourself, and just having fun, and that's okay. But and people still do it, so I mean it's not outdated. People still are traditional, old school. They like the way people handle each other, by spending more time with them and taking them out and buying things, and just probably go take a long walk in the park or something, like a Jill Scott. Um, but I already know that that is leading to one thing, so that would be a lot of time wasting. So because I'm a guy and I'm not the only person, it's a kind of like it's a manly thing. Or it's a male thing for you to get that one thing out the way and skip all the the decorating and um um the holding hands and the shop over here and buy a little bit here, and what do you like and how do you, and stuff like that is already in the process, like when you're texting over the phone or when you're getting ready to drive to a location where you guys can be alone to do one thing. That's already discovered and discussed between then. So to date would be like you're already on the date, so why even try to spend all that time, money, and effort in doing that unless you plan on being with that person, like marriage type? Do you get what I'm saying? Because I do not want to be wasting my time on a person who is going to get one thing out of me anyway. So what's the use of, you see what I'm saying? I mean, it's kind of like it's not that I'm not opening up doors of opportunity to get something that I could be missing out on. That's a whole nother thing. But 9 times out of 10, do you really think that the person that you're going on a date with is going to be someone you're going to spend the rest of your life with? Let's just be honest. You lusted for him, he lusted for you, she lusted for her, he lusted for him and stuff. You see, so the date would be pointless because you both want one thing, but you want to be casual and make it look like you're not after one thing, and that's just not honest. But if you want to go through all that, you can. It's almost like then you have to worry about, you're not sure if that person might be a type of person who is really picky about finances, and do you think that person's gonna want to expect something back, but you don't know that, but you're going on a date with them and you're surely going to find out. But why find out that that person took you out to eat and took you on a date just to do one thing? Like, why would you not just want to do that one thing so you can kick rocks and keep it moving? Because why would you want to waste your time when you can be doing something else for yourself? I mean, just get it out the way. I'm not saying that you don't have to be safe and be protected, but my thing is, look how much time you're getting ready to waste by spilling out information that you could have kept to yourself, because now that person know more about you and you're getting ready to make him or she feel, and it may not be that way. They may not care about what you say, but just notice that, people are practicing self distancing now, and they're trying to push the agenda to already be on your self distancing status already before the government have to issue a world thing for everyone to try to, follow by. I mean, you'll find yourself having more freedom knowing that you can get that one thing out the way versus you spending time and doing that one thing and then having to repeat the process, because now that person has hypnotized you and made you want one thing and one thing only, but they hypnotized you because they've used food and other ways to get you to feel like they really care for you and about your well-being, but really they just tried to get one thing out of you. That's not my opinion. That's a million. That is millions and millions and millions and millions of other people's opinions also. So yes, it's mine, but it's usually right. And if I'm not mistaken, you can go on Google or some other dating website or ask a therapist the same thing. And heck, even ask a pastor or a preacher. They're going to tell you that I am correct. Okay, I'm not going to give you any information that is confusing because either I've been there or even if I haven't been there, I know how to use my brain and I know how things work and how people feel. And you should also. Um, Dating leads to the three-letter word. It leads to it. Whether you want to admit that or not, um, teenagers experience this and they think that it's like a first time thing. And what they don't see that, well, some of them see that in store. That's pretty much going to be the cost every time they link up with somebody. They're going to do one thing. So let's just, you know, admit that you're getting ready to go buy this person something to drink. You're getting ready to go buy this person, take this person out to see a game. You're getting ready to go to a concert. You're getting ready to go do something out there in public first before you guys do something. That's why I said when it comes to me, let's get that out the way and let me know what you really like, and then we can discuss doing other things like going to the mall and stuff like that. But I'm not finna go out there and spend my time and expose myself and my privacy and my peace is being interrupted because you want one thing but you're getting ready to show me that you want to do all this other stuff when really, I mean, the main thing is just to do that one thing anyway. That's the shopping. That's the taking someone out on a date. That's the buying them a special gift. That's giving them money, kind of a little bit. But no, that is going to be the main thing that's going to get someone to feel hype and like they have a new life again. Is that three-letter word? So I would say that you'll be really like wasting my time. It'll be really no. You won't be wasting my time. It'll be really nice if someone was to take me out and or I take them out or we take each other out and do something like that. Everybody you can't just do the dating thing with because it's just not there. The chemistry is not going to be there. The chemistry is going to be in the bedroom. That's where the chemistry is going to be. So you're basically wasting your time trying to find out solutions of how to fit in um, with your current situation, knowing that in the back of your head, you are expecting, or he or she is expecting, one of the best things from you that you are not willing to give up right now. So let's go out on a date, or let's go buy a smoothie, let's go to a game, or let me give you some money. You see what I'm saying? Let me give you some money to make you feel a lot better about the decision about us being where we are. I am not going to do that. Um, I used to do stuff like that, but not dating. Okay, I used to already be that type of person that if I had some money, I would buy you something, or I wouldn't mind getting you something, things like that. But I've never dated, so yes, I can speak on the behalf of people dating because I'm agreeing on. There are some people out there who you actually can date, that aren't out there just for that one thing. Um, but how many people are on the same level as you? Because remember, even though you have someone to date, you still want to make sure that your environment is safe. You don't want to be around somebody who is their mindset is not there, but they might look attractive. They might look good, and they might have something great about them, but you have to maintain your spirit by having the right type of spirits around you. Your spirit can be fine, but I'm just saying you might want to have the right type of people behind you or around you, because then you're going to have to worry about picking up their traits, and it's going to slow you down because you got something you need to do, and now that other person is inside of your life or around you, and you have became a part of them some way or somehow. Now, to be honest with you, I have been around some people that I did not consider um, valuable enough for being around my presence. So I still kept my valuability, but I did not let the other person um, actions affect me, like jump on to me, and then I started repeating what they were doing, because I pretty much let them know how uncomfortable I felt by leaving. I didn't really have to say anything. um, but this is not when it comes to dating. This is just when it comes to just a regular person being around you, point blank period. I'm not about to um, waste my time, and I know what you want, and I'm not going to waste my time, and you know what you want, and that's not going to be, you know, very. It may be entertaining, but it's not. Once you get a little older, you start realizing that things would be better off if everyone just be honest and not feel so obligated to do something that's going to hide what you really want to say, or the way that you really feel. So, yeah, at the end of the day, that's what it leads to. That's what it leads to, you guys. And it's funny because, of course, you already know that the younger students, younger kids, the teenagers are new to the game. They are brand spanking new to the game, and they don't really know what's going on. And some of them are really smart and they do know what's going on. So even like a teenager would be able to tell you, you know, this is going to lead in one way, and even they have the common sense and know that dating is going to eventually lead to sex. And we have some adults that walk around and they don't see it. They don't see the bigger picture of why they are going on a date. They could be doing something else, fulfilling within their own self, that will enhance their own lifestyle if they spend more time to themselves. The moment you spend your time around someone that you don't know, or maybe you didn't know, but the more you spend more time with someone else and you open up about how you feel, the lesser the spice would be sometimes, because you have given away all of the mystery of the reason why, you were hard to get on a date with from the jump. So you don't want to like take the mystery out of the picture. That's why I say, you're going to be spilling out all of your tea when you're out there on a date, and you might not want to do that. You might want to still be the mystery, so people will know for sure. What is that? People would know for sure what's wrong, or people would know for sure, yeah, what's wrong with you, or now they don't have any more questions about what you, about your whatever they wanted to know about you. You know, it's no longer a mystery. So now they don't want to spend any time with you. So the next time they see you, they might want to still do the three-letter word, or they might don't. You know, but why should you care when you already knew that they wanted that one thing anyway? You should have just got that out of the way and kept all that other stuff in the trash where it was, because it's basically trash. Um, so yeah, dating leads to as he acts, and I don't know anybody else who couldn't agree with me on that. Okay, if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Some people are not going to, it's not going to register in people's head because they know for a fact that they are going to manipulate this other person or make sure this other person knows that they are not into any of that. But some people aren't that strong, and it ends up happening, especially for the younger teenagers. And now I'm not sure because the teenagers are a whole lot different now, but they're not. When I was a teenager, I've experienced some things firsthand, but it was more of the experience that made it fun. You know, the more that made it fun, the mystery made it fun, but the answering and the knowing, the knowledge of the chemistry that I had with other people, I kind of did my own research and I opened up my own eyes and I seen some things that was very interesting, and I did not run from certain things that I tried to seek because it was more hidden. Like I didn't like reach out to another source to get information from one person about this person. I kind of did my own readings. Every once in a while, I would ask other people about how they felt about this person. But other than that, I kept all the information to myself and I did my own research and I observed with my own mind and listened, paid attention. Um, and unfortunately, at the end of the day, all dating leads to sex. And I might have to be honest with you. So you can go ahead and tell the person right now who is writing you, or you know, mostly when people write you, they tell you what they want, they tell you what they like about you from the jump. You can tell somebody really likes you or want to know about you or want that one thing if they're just in your inbox and you don't know them and they're just trying to introduce themselves. You already know. Okay, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The corny thing is if that person is getting ready to um try to manipulate you by saying things like, would you like to go eat, or things like that, just for you to respond back, and then they can say, you know, well, I want to take you out here and this, and that, and the third. But why would you do all of that when the goal is to get one thing? Yes, I'm not trying to tell you all to, you know, sell yourself short or go ahead and do that and be a hoe and blah, blah, blah. But look how much time you're getting ready to waste. Is that person somebody that you can visualize yourself having a good time with when you get in the bed? If it can't, if it's not, then okay, play with them for a while and try to get what you can get out of that person. But don't sit there and waste your time and then complain afterwards, especially if that person was attractive to you and you really like that person, y'all getting ready to do something, or you can visualize yourself doing something with that person. That's a whole nother ball game. You see, and a lot of women sit there and complain about the most stupidest stuff. I'm like, what is your problem? This person looks really good. Why don't you go ahead and make a move? Or why don't you go ahead and let this happen? No, I can't because he blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, why don't you just talk to girls? Okay, stop going back and forth to men because you're too picky. And another girl knows exactly what you want and what you like. So, that's it. I see you guys later on. I just wanted to post this video, let you guys know that I was aware of dating do lead to sex. I don't care what nobody's saying. Dating does. Bye guys. See you later.